Episode 21 of Sword of the Demon Hunter. Kijin Gentosho catapults us deeper into Jinya's now Jinya's century-spanning odyssey, and totally shuriken. It's a roller coaster of heartbreak, swordplay, and existential gut punches. Set in the turbulent 1860s Edo period, this episode crackles with political intrigue and supernatural stakes, blending the gritty realism of samurai-era Japan with the eerie mystique of yakai folklore. The vibe? Think Demon Slayer meets Edo-era with a touch of Blade Runner's brooding time travel melancholy. The episode opens with Jinya, a stoic demon-slaying ronin, knee-deep in his mission to thwart the rise of the demon god, a prophecy that's been haunting him since episode 1's mind-bending encounter with that future-seeing demon. He's still grappling with the scars of Kodono losing Shiriki, his love, to his sister Sujin's demonic wrath and the weight of his own half-demon nature. This time, Jinya's facing off against Tsuchiura, a loyal retainer of the scheming Hatayama Yasuhide, who's plotting to ascend into the pro-imperial faction in Kyoto with an army of demons. Yeah, you heard that right, demons. The stakes are apocalyptic, and Jin is not just fighting for his life but for the fate of humanity across 170 years. The big moment hits when Jinya, mid-battle with Tsuchiura, transforms into his demon form, a snarling, monstrous version of himself that's both badass and terrifying. The catch? Neji and his daughter Nomori witness this transformation, blowing Jinya's cover as a chill ronin next door. The fight is brutal, with Tsuchiura wielding a cursed blade that pulses with malevolent energy, pushing Jinya to the edge. The choreography is a whirlwind of steel and shadow, but it's the emotional fallout that steals the show. Ofuu, Jinya's old friend and emotional anchor, confronts him about his relentless demon-hunting obsession. Edo-era, rain-soaked heart to heart, she forces him to spill the tea on what happened and Kodono, why he's driven by this death wish to slay every demon in sight. Key characters shine bright. Jinya, voiced by Takuya Shiro, is a walking paradox, calm yet tormented, human yet demonic, his quiet strength anchoring the episode's chaos. Ofuu Ryuida is the heart of this story, a gentle wisdom cutting through Jinya's stoicism like a katana through bamboo. Tsuchiura is a formidable foe, his loyalty to Yasuhide making him more than just a mustache-twirling villain. He's a tragic figure bound by duty, mirroring Jinya's own struggles. The episode's climax teases a bombshell. Jinya's declaration to slay Tsuchiura isn't just about this fight, it's about writing fate itself. The vibe is heavy, poetic, and dripping with tension, like a thunderstorm about to break. Yokohama Animation Lab is flexing hard with Sword of the Demon Hunter's visuals, and episode 21 is no exception. The art style is a love letter to feudal Japan, with lush, detailed backgrounds that make Kodono's misty mountains and Edo's gritty streets feel alive. The color palette leans into moody blues and grays, punctuated by bursts of crimson blood and demonic or think ukiyo-e paintings with a dark fantasy twist. Jinya's demon transformation is a visual feast. His glowing red eyes and sinewy, monstrous form pop against the rain-slicked battlefield, making every frame feel like a mythic showdown. The animation during the Tsuchiura fight is fluid, with dynamic camera angles that capture the frenetic energy of clashing swords. The way Jinya's blade catches the moonlight. Chef's kiss. Character designs are expressive. Jinya's weathered face carries centuries of pain, while Ofu's soft features radiate warmth. The demons, with their grotesque, folklore-inspired designs, are straight-up nightmare fuel, especially Tsuchiura's cursed blade, which pulses like it's got a heartbeat of its own. That said, the animation has hiccups. Some action sequences feel rushed, with shortcuts and frame rate that dull the impact of what should be jaw-dropping choreography. The fight's climax, while epic, could have used more polish to match the premiere's cinematic flair. Background characters sometimes look like cardboard cutouts, lacking the detail lavished on the mains. It's not a deal-breaker, but when you're swinging for Demon Slayer's throne, every frame's got to sing. The soundtrack, though, is a banger. Hillcry and Sanya Ikaya vibes carry over from the ending theme, weaving subtle, haunting melodies that amplify the episode's emotional heft without overpowering it. Episode 21 of Sword of the Demon Hunter is a masterclass in balancing action and soul. I'm obsessed with Jinya's internal war. His quest to stop the demon god feels like chasing a ghost, but it's his humanity, laid bare in that gut-wrenching talk with Ofuu, that's got me hooked. The time travel element, with its 170-year scope, adds a layer of tragedy that hits like a sag shot to the heart. This show's not perfect. The animation devs could use some TLC, but the storytelling is so rich. It's like sipping a perfectly brewed matcha, complex, lingering, and unforgettable. I'm crossing my fingers for episode 22 to crank up the action's polish and dive deeper into Sujin's arc. Her demonic turn is the shadow looming over Jinya's journey, and I need to know if they'll clash or reconcile. The blend of historical grit, supernatural chills, and emotional depth makes this a standout in 2025's anime lineup. If Yokohama Animation Lab keeps weaving this poetic, blood-soaked tapestry, Sword of the Demon Hunter might just carve its name into anime history. Grab your katana and keep watching. This one's worth the ride.